Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. How have you all been? It's been really long time since I posted a video. Now I'm back with a bang. What better drama series could I think of when Son Joong-ki's Vincenzo is currently airing? In this video, I'll review the first two episodes of the drama series Vincenzo. Vincenzo is a South Korean television series starring Son Joong-ki, Jeon Yoo-bin, Oh Tae-yeon, Kim Yo-jin and Kwak Don-young in lead roles. The drama has 20 episodes, the genre being dark comedy. The drama is currently streaming on Netflix. Now let's get started. Episode 1 of Vincenzo begins with Vincenzo Casano, played by Son Joong-ki, watching a building collapse to the ground. A thin smile crosses his face as smoke and fire curl into the air. When we cut back to the 72 hours, when we skip west to the beautiful province of Italy, church bells awaken this legal advisor as we learn that he is a consigliere, someone who works for Italian mafia boss. Vincenzo Casano is the adopted son of Fabio, the Italian mafia boss. The boss is killed by his best friend Emilio just for the union and the vineyard. But before the funeral, Vincenzo Casano meets the friend who betrayed his adopted father and asks him to take the last offer and sign so that there won't be any further problems. As usual, Emilio refuses and humiliates Vincenzo. Vincenzo proactively arranges for gasoline to be sprayed from the plane over the vineyard. Emilio misunderstands it as pesticide spray, and within minutes, Vincenzo Casano throws the lighter and the whole vineyard is burnt. Wow, that was a mind-blowing introduction of our hero Son Joong-ki, aka Vincenzo Casano. Boss dead, Vincenzo is targeted by his eldest son Palio, who tries to assassinate Vincenzo that night. When mobsters break into his house, Vincenzo, as usual, outsmarts the trio and shoots them dead without a moment's hesitation. In retaliation to Palio's betrayal, Vincenzo blows his car up and leaves Italy, telling Palio not to come looking for him, else he would blow his car up with him inside. We go to the heroine introduction. Cha Young, played by Jeon Yoo-bin, who is a lawyer by profession, is trying to buy a key witness in a lawsuit against Babel Pharmaceutical Company. Cha Young works in Woo-sang law firm and is on the defense side of Babel Pharmaceutical, while her father Yo-chan, played by Yoo Jae-myung. Now, remember the villain in ep1 class? Yeah, it is the same one who plays the heroine's father in Vincenzo. The heroine's father represents the civilians against Babel Pharmaceutical Company. By buying the witness, the heroine manages to postpone and gain another hearing. Meanwhile, the heroine and her father don't have a smooth sailing relationship because he is unhappy as she values money more than ethics. He is even willing to disown his own daughter and remove her from the family registry. Introduction of Jang Jun-woo, played by Oh Tae-yeon, who works as an intern at Woo-sang law firm as an assistant to the heroine. Vincenzo lands in Korea. He vows to get everything done within a month and then leave for Malta. Meanwhile, the airport taxi driver drugs somehow manages to take away all his money and building in Korea. This is all tied to the past with an incident from $5 back in Italy. Family helped a Chinese mafia boss hide his belongings under a building in Korea. The structure of Casano family safe rooms have an elaborate security system, including the biometrics. Not only are they connected to the beams and columns, but they are fitted with devices that amplify the effect if anyone attempts to break into the room with force. The devices cause the building to collapse. Safety measure is killing everyone who worked on the room or knows about the safe rooms. There are only 3 people who are aware of this Chinese mafia boss's gold. hidden underground. One is Vincenzo, the second being the Chinese mafia boss, and the third being a dummy Korean owner of the building, Mr. Choi. Even the family members of the Chinese mafia boss are unaware of the gold hidden. With the Chinese mafia boss's sudden death due to cardiac arrest, Vincenzo and Mr. Choi decide to take the gold up for themselves by moving the gold under the pretense of constructing a new building. Vincenzo stays in an apartment in Gumgam Plaza. He's being picky and he's definitely not happy with the room that he's been provided. Vincenzo stays in one of the rooms that has incredibly only basics when compared to what he is used to in Italy. When Vincenzo passes each room, the tenants do their best to send him off. Stirs him until he realizes are clearly very unhappy with Vincenzo are the moms and they try their level best to scare him out from there. Has no idea he happens to be sitting on gold. Meanwhile, the other tenants in Gumgam Plaza include a lawyer's office, an Italian restaurant, a dance studio, a Buddhist temple, a dry cleaning shop, a snack bar, and a self-proclaimed martial artist. Mafia groups that works for Babel Pharmacy keep buying buildings on behalf of the Babel Group and kick out the tenants by giving them a week's notice and very low compensation. So on his part calls the tenants in Gumgam Plaza for a meeting where he informs them and drafts an agreement for them to sign an agreement ensuring them of shops in other buildings. On one side, Babel Group sets their eyes on Gumgam Plaza and Mr. Choi is forced to sell the Gumgam Plaza to the Babel Group as his wife and child are taken hostage. Meanwhile, Mr. Choi is hit by a truck and is hospitalized. He is not to forgive the illegal way the building was bought and vows to make the team pay for what they've done and fights the mafia gang leader and teams up with the heroine's father, lawyer Yo Chan, to fight against the Babel Group. In their law firm, Yo Chan and Vincenzo discuss upon a strategy to bring down the Babel Group. Although there are laws protecting the tenants, it is easy for these big companies to get around them by paying a meager sum to the tenants and forcing them out. The most pressing concern is to stop the demolition of Gumgam Plaza. Vincenzo goes through the Babel documents in Yo Chan's office and he goes about to say how Babel operates like mafia. For once, Vincenzo and Yo Chan find a common ground. This makes Cha Young, the heroine, very unhappy. And she's further unhappy to find Vincenzo going through the Babel case files. Suddenly, Yo Chan, the heroine's father, is all being polite and offering to help Vincenzo if he needs any further information on Babel Company. Cha Young, the heroine, smells something fishy about Vincenzo and catches up to him, wondering why he is so worked up over the sale of the building. She guesses there's something more valuable than the building at stake. Introduction of another character, Choi Mong-hee. She is a senior of Han Song-hyuk, who is the managing partner of Bosang law firm, the firm in which the heroine works. Choi Mang-hee is also a Zumba dancer. She is a person who is capable of finding fault even with the innocent people. Due to the issues with her current law firm, she decides to take up a job offer with Bosang law firm. She acts a bit fishy and her role is not clear. We also see Vincenzo her role as the drama progresses. In the court case of Oh Kang-ja, played by Yoon Bok-in, a woman who is currently serving her term in prison. Flashback a couple of years, we go to a trial where Vincenzo watched from the gallery. She was a housekeeper accused of attacking and killing her employer, Chairman Hung, of a particular bank. Her lawyer sat back while the prosecution tried to use her how she'd given her child to an orphanage to smear her character. She lost her cool and yelled at Chairman Huang had sexually assaulted her and many other women, but no one seemed to care. Now, Vincenzo reads that Yo Chan had been appointed as her lawyer, but Kong-ja is still refusing a retrial. This is because of her guilt that she gave up her son for adoption. There's another character that is introduced. Her health is all not son, the half-brother of Jang Junhwa, the previous chairman's illegitimate son, who publicly acts as the chairman of Babel Group in his brother's place. He appears rude and cocky, but in reality he is extremely dim-witted. Busang law firm, Jang Bu rushes to Cha Young's office with the news that one of the Babel's quarantined researchers has gone missing. If the escaped researcher talks, they could lose the case. She confides to Janhu that the worst outcome would be the researcher going to meet her father. Vincenzo takes Yo-chan to Babel, where he manages to see the head of investment and development, Na Dong-ching. Though Jin mocks Vincenzo thinking he's a mafia since he's from Italy, but he loses his confidence when Vincenzo grips him painfully by the shoulder and tells him if he had been in Italy he would be a vineyard fertilizer by now. It was a warning from Vincenzo and clearly not a negotiation. Yo Chan, the lawyer, is very much impressed by Vincenzo's style and makes Vincenzo smile when he says he would borrow his cool phrases out on someone else. Meanwhile, at Yusang law firm, the intern Ju Wong hears attorney Han saying that the demolition of Gumgam Plaza will happen at 11 p.m. the following night, and he rushes to communicate the same to Cha Young. Despite cutting ties, Cha Young immediately goes to her father's place and she informs her father and Vincenzo, who was present there, about the demolition plan by Ant Group. She urges Vincenzo to drive the tenants out of the building as the demolition time nears by. Unable to stay silent for long, she rushes to Gumgam Plaza to help Vincenzo and her father chase the tenants out before the demolition. Cha Young and Ant Mafia group arrive at Gumgam Plaza. They're all confused to find a Sicilian wine event taking place just outside the plaza. The entire plaza is filled with people enjoying the festival, full of food, music, dance, and wine. Young is clearly smitten by Vincenzo when he managed to stop the demolition of Gumgam Plaza by hosting a party right outside Gumgam Plaza, inviting the guests from the Italian embassy. We come at the end of the second episode. Now, to take a quick look at what are the things that I liked about the first two episodes. 1. The cast. Cha Young, being the heroine, is hyper and downright weird. She is obviously smart and savvy. Now, going to our hero Vincenzo. Despite his politeness and air of elegance, he always seemed to be poised to strike like. I'm excited to see him in this kind of a semi-villain kind of a role. Genuinely quite good, but Vincenzo really needs to settle into some consistency if it's going to stand out as one of the best dramas at the end of the year. We'll have to wait and see how this goes by, but as looking at the first two episodes, it looks very promising for the drama. The series has quite caught the attention of the viewers. Viewership in Korea jumped from 7.6 to 9.5 for the first two episodes of Vincenzo. This, we come to this end of this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again for the next video, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.